Hey, Al fans. Well, a couple things. First of all, happy Easter and Passover to those who celebrate. And secondly, as we all know, the end is near. There's 1 week left, and next Saturday's the final game, regular season, in the history of the Nassau Coliseum in Long Island. And to pay tribute, my son William is driving up 200 miles from Maryland. My wife, me, and we're flying in my son, First Lieutenant Stephen Patelis, from Fort Hood, Texas, to say farewell to the Nassau Coliseum. Or, as Denny Potvin in that clip mentioned, Fort Never Lose, which is a must-watch on the NHL Network. The Tuesday night before the playoffs starts, 7 p.m., Fort Never Lose. Now, I want to talk about the barn, but I'll do a quick thing, just very quick, about what I think is going to happen in the playoffs. I think we're looking at an Isle Cap showdown. Pitt's fading, and if we're going to play the Caps, who could beat anyone? In fact, if the Caps were the 8th or the 7th seed, they can knock off the Rangers of Montreal. So imagine our luck, we'd have to face the Caps. Because the way it works is 2 plays 3. And either us or the Caps are shifting back and forth. Right now, we're 2. And all I could say is I want that home ice. Because the Isles are very difficult. William will tell you, any of the older fans will tell you, we're a tough out at the barn. Now, we're not going to have home ice if we advance. Because as we slumped in March, all the other teams, Tampa, Montreal, the Rangers, they're all going to have home ice. But we'll worry about that later. Our mission this year was to make the playoffs and give our fans one round, win that one round to build the foundation for championships in Brooklyn. Anything further is gravy. Okay, now I just want to, sometimes people will think, I'm very, as I talk about my history with the barn, and I kind of went through the first phase of the 3 phases, but for those of you who think that I'm prone to exaggeration, no, I'm a partisan, but I base a lot of my stuff on fact. Now, the partisan part is if I'll say, who's better than the Isles? Yeah, that's partisan. Maybe they weren't the best. But I've also said a million times, you would have thought I wrote this, I always felt the Isles were the greatest dynasty of all time, which makes them the greatest team of all time. Yeah, you're just a big Isle fan. Okay, let me change glasses. New York Post today. Most of you have to read it online. I had to cut it out because I can't put it online and talk at the same time. This is from the Ranger beat writer. New York Ranger beat writer who always loved the Isles.